Okay, hey everybody, thanks again. This is your host, Derek Lane, another edition of the Fast Lane Podcast for Success. Thanks once again for joining me. It's a pleasure as always. Glad you can make it. Glad you can listen to the podcast. Like and share as always. Hey, let's talk about where we are, where we're going to go, what we're going to do, okay? We may be on a path. Maybe it's the right path, maybe it's not the right path. Where do we go from here? Right now, where you are, where do you want to go? How do you want to get there? I'm going to talk about a lot of things here, and hopefully you'll get a lot out of this podcast. I certainly hope so. So let's get going, shall we? I think it's going to be a good one. Okay, as I said, this should be a pretty good podcast for you if you're trying to decide where you want to go in life, what your ultimate goal is, and maybe you've gone a direction, maybe it's working out, maybe it's not, maybe it's time to rethink your direction, rethink your goals, rethink your path to your ultimate success, what success looks like to you. So there's a lot going on here. Okay, so think about your life up to this point, where you are. And think about if you had a chance to do it over. Would you do the same thing over? Would you do the exact same thing over? I mean, within reason, we all might tweak something here or there. But basically, would you follow the path? Do you like your life? Would you repeat the same things you've done? Okay, for those of you that said, no, I'll change everything, you're probably not on the right path. For those that said, hey, I love my life, I love what I'm doing, continue. Find ways and creative ways to challenge yourself and keep enjoying life. For those that would change a lot of stuff, let's dig in. Let's think about why you want to change things. Obviously, you've got some things that you want to correct, but it's never too late. That's the beauty of it. As long as you can draw a breath, you can change everything. You can change your life. Now, a lot of times it's the thinking that changes. The thinking is your result of where you are right now because of your thinking, because of the thoughts and actions that you've created in your life is why you are where you are right now, this very moment, right now. So obviously it's thoughts, actions that can change. So change your thinking. Okay? So with that, I want to talk a little bit about, again, the direction that we all go. Okay? I know a lot of people that, in this field that says, find your passion. That's well and good. Hell, if I knew my passion, I'd be right there, right? A lot of us don't know our passion, so there's where the twist comes. So let's do the opposite. Let's strip away the things we hate. Let's take away the things that we don't want in our lives. Let's take away the things that do not appeal to you, don't want any part of it, and I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Okay, take that stuff away and narrow it down. If you're not writing stuff down and making goals and plans, what is it? I love this phrase. Goes back a ways. A failing to plan is a plan to fail. Failing to plan is a plan to fail. So make sure you're writing stuff down. So start stripping away. Strip away the things you don't like. Okay, people in your life. Sometimes we've got poisonous people around us. Be cognizant of that. Okay. Self-awareness of who we are. Some of us are just, we're entrepreneurs by heart. We're leaders by heart. Some of us are not. So be brutally honest. You don't have to beat yourself up. As a matter of fact, doubt hell, we all doubt ourselves from time to time. We all have fear in our lives, fear that things are going to go bad, fear that things are going to go right. I know the power of positive thinking is a great thing, but let's be real. Let's be just absolutely real. It's human nature to think about, the failures and the possibilities of embarrassment and what have you. But that's great. Use it as fuel. Use that fear and that doubt as fuel. You don't have to show anybody else you're great. Show yourself. Show yourself you're great. Nobody, look, other people may cheer for you or they may boo you. Who gives a rip? It's you. It's what's on the inside of you that matters. It's your life. Nobody's living your life but you. So make sure that you're giving it all. Everything that you want to accomplish. Okay? The highs and the lows, the humility, the brilliance, self-awareness of who you are. Sometimes when we get stuck and we're trying to find that direction, take a time out. Whether you want to go outside and look at the stars at night and just contemplate the universe, and just realize just how small and insignificant we are. 100 years, nobody's going to know what you did or what you didn't do. Maybe. Are you going to leave a legacy? Well, that's up to you. But just realize that, hell, the embarrassments and the fear, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's your blocks, your mental blocks creating that. I would suggest to you to formulate a plan. 6 months, 1 year, and 2 year plan. That's a good building block. A plan on where you want to go, and you can redo this plan as you go along, but have a plan. Here's the difference between a wish list and a set of goals. A wish list is just that. I say out loud, I wish I had this, I wish I could do that. A set of goals are written down. Write down your goals. Okay, and make them, by what means. If you just write, goals aren't to be written down as, hey, I want $1 million. I want $5 million. Goals are, I'm going to achieve this, and this is how. And you have a plan to do that. You may not know exactly how that plan works, but just a starting plan is all it needs. Kickstart your plan. Okay, make sure that if you start on a direction, learn about the folks that have been in your shoes of going in and people that have accomplished the things that you are looking to accomplish. If you're going to be an accomplished writer, talk with writers. If your goal is to be, a television star or radio host, whatever it is. Talk to people that are doing it. People gladly sit down with you if they know that you're sincere. You're not wasting their time. People gladly sit down with you and talk about what got them to the point of where they are and what will help you get to the point where you want to be. Make sure that you have a statement in life. You have a worldview statement, something that basically sums up, where you are, what you want to do. Keep that statement with you. Make it yours. Own it. Sometimes our thinking is distracted and unfocused. You may think, well, I'm always thinking about my success. I'm always thinking about this. Is it in what direction? Are you following the path of the direction that you want to be on? Or do you have undistracted, unfocused thinking? So one of the things you can do, and I know I've talked about meditation in the past, and meditation to me, again, is not that great, yoga, and maybe for you, whatever. I'm just saying, for me, it is just a matter of being silent, blocking out time to direct my thinking, to ask some of the serious questions of my life. Ask those questions, wait for that internal vision or internal voice to just create, the ethosphere is there. It's all around. You tap into it. It's a pipeline. It's a pipeline to your thoughts, to your actions. Tap into the ethosphere. I think it was Bill Gates that he takes a 2-week retreat just to think, just to do nothing else but to think. How awesome is that? I don't have 2 weeks just to do that, but I guess when you're Bill Gates you can. But start with 30 minutes. Be alone. The hardest thing to do is to do nothing. Now you can be idle and waste time. You can play on your game box. You can, watch a sitcom or whatever. You're still doing something. Your mind's active. It may be active with junk. It's equivalent to eating junk food, right? You're throwing junk into your mind. Whatever, it's still doing something. But when you're truly silent and you truly direct your thoughts and you ask for the things that you want, the answers to the things that you are looking for, that to me is meditation. Okay? In your life, if you run into someone that you haven't seen in quite a while, 5-6 years, and you try to catch up on each other's lives and what's going on, are you going to feel pretty good about where you are, or is it going to seem like, Derek, you were doing that 5 years ago? Is that a form of regret that you haven't really put your action plan together? You haven't taken the first step on that path that you want to go down? Quite possibly. But again, make sure that you challenge yourself. All of the things around you are supporting. Your relationship is supporting. The people, your family, your friends are supporting. Make sure that you only share what's important to you with the people that find it just as important as you do. Listen to your gut. Listen to your gut tell you when things are right, when things are wrong. They feel right, they feel wrong. Intuition is a powerful tool that a lot of people ignore. Successful people listen to it. Okay? Make sure that you use the fear and doubt as your weapon to success, and realize that you need other people, that people help you stretch as a human being, stretch your thinking, that you can do things. If you're comfortable with what you're doing right now and you're happy, you wish you had $1 million, but you're okay with where you're at. See, that's complacency, okay? And you may be okay. I'm not suggesting it's a bad thing, but don't fool yourself. Don't keep waiting and wanting and waiting for that magic to happen. The magic is in you. Okay? The magic is in you. So when you want something, it is your responsibility to go out and make it happen. To take the steps, to learn the maneuvers. Learn the tactical moves in your life that help you obtain the things that you're looking for in life. And most of all, I will emphasize this strongly. Whatever it is that you're looking for, I hope to God that it's happiness. Love and happiness cannot be beat. You can have all the money in the world and be miserable. You can have all the fame and success in the world and be miserable. Make sure whatever it is that you're doing, that you're happy, that you're absolutely happy doing it. I've known a lot of people that make a lot of money and they're just miserable people. And they, this game they play of making money overwhelms them, stresses them out. They lose their hair, they turn gray, and they get wrinkled. And I've seen people that live quite comfortably, not a lot of income, and their look is one of happiness and smiles, clear skin, clear eyes, smiles on their face. So be happy with whatever you're doing in life. Take action. I don't want you to think this is a contradiction, because like I said, whatever it is that you're doing,